Hello ladies and gentlemen, you're watching NDTV. Delhi is all battle ready. The capital of India will vote on the 25th of May. In fact, the campaign ended today and this battle is critical for Delhi, for the BJP, because not just will it cement the popularity of the Prime Minister in the national capital that has voted overwhelmingly for the BJP, not just in 2014 but also in 2019, but repeatedly chose the Aam Aadmi Party over BJP in assembly seats. Now, Delhi has seen great upsets such as the electoral defeats of leaders such as Manmohan Singh, Sheila Dikshit and also LK Advani managing a lackluster win. Delhi has also saluted the rising sun, almost always voting for the party that eventually formed the government at the centre. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has addressed two important rallies in the campaign in Northeast Delhi, one and of course the other one in Southwest Delhi. CM Arvind Kejriwal, of course, has been addressing roadshows and rallies too. He is out on interim bail. Aam Aadmi Party is dealing with both corruption charges and also allegations made by Ms. Swati Maliwal. In all of this, how is the battle of Delhi shaping up? Will the BJP score a hat-trick in Delhi this time? That is the question we ask today. Also, will the Aam Aadmi Party manage its first Lok Sabha seat this time, and what does this mean for the Congress party? To understand how the numbers and political arithmetic of the 7 seats of Delhi work, let's bring in Sanjay Kumar, a very well-known psephologist from CSTS. Thank you, Sanjay ji, for speaking to NDTV. Well, Delhi has voted differently in Lok Sabha and Assembly elections. Surveys have highlighted that the same set of people voting for the BJP in Lok Sabha and Aam Aadmi Party in Assembly seats. So, with the acrimony rising between the BJP and Aam Aadmi Party, how do you see that reflecting or spilling over on the Lok Sabha battle this time?
Vasudha, you mentioned that BJP has won 7 Lok Sabha seats in 2019 and in 2014 also, and will there be a hat-trick or not? If you look at the cricket also, it's not very easy for a bowler to do a hat-trick once again and again. So, hat-trick seems to be very difficult for BJP. Yes, BJP still remains very strong on the ground. If you go by the 2019 Lok Sabha election result, BJP had not only won all the 7 seats, in 6 out of 7 seats BJP's vote share was more than 50%. So, BJP is formidable position even in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, but Aam Aadmi Party, but there is a change if you compare between 2019 and 2024. Aam Aadmi Party and Congress has formed an alliance. So, BJP is facing some challenge. We would get to know only on the 4th of June what kind of a challenge, but yes, hat-trick is going to be almost impossible for BJP.
Right. Sanjay ji, let's also look at some numbers because you are a numbers guy. Well, the BJP's vote share has considerably increased over the past 4 years. That of the Congress, of course, has declined substantially. In 2014, the Congress vote share in 2009 was also 57%. It fell sharply to 15% in 2014 and the vote share increased slightly to 22% in 2019, but BJP's vote share jumped to around 57%. Tell us what the surveys have been showing. Is there any sense of any reflection of the sympathy that Aam Aadmi Party seems to be saying with its campaign Jail Ka Jawab Vote Se?
I don't get a sense that there is a strong sympathy in favor of Aam Aadmi Party because of all this Kejriwal episode, Kejriwal being sent to the jail, now he has been released on bail. But I think factors which is, if you look at the assembly election verdict and the Lok Sabha elections, and if you try and decode the data, what happens? BJP has been in the government in Delhi, I am talking about the state government, way back in 1998. After that, BJP has never been able to win assembly elections in Delhi. But in all these assembly elections which BJP has lost, BJP had roughly in the range of 36-37% vote. So, that gives us a sense that BJP has a solid support base of 36-37% vote. And in the Lok Sabha election, when Prime Minister Modi is contesting that election or when people are going to elect the national government, there is a huge jump and the vote share of BJP jumps to more than 50%. So, it is an attraction for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. People make a very clear decision that this is a election for electing the national government and there is a big swing in favor of BJP, and that is largely because of Narendra Modi. That is a kind of a split voting if we see how people of Delhi has voted during last 1 decade.
Right. And sir, what if there is a swing, what can be the extent of that, and how do you see this whole alleged sympathy among women voters, because there's also this question of Bijli, Pani and all the welfare schemes that the Aam Aadmi Party is known to have, and of course the 1,000 rupee promise that Aam Aadmi Party is making.
No, more than looking at the youth voter or the women voter, I would say the big cleavages in Delhi politics is class. And if you think of Delhi's electorate, or if you imagine in an imaginary situation, if you put all the Delhi voters in terms of class order, so you go below down the economic ladder, Aam Aadmi Party support base increases. So more the poor and the lower class sections of the voters are a massive supporters of Aam Aadmi Party, and as you move up on the economic ladder, Aam Aadmi Party support shrinks and BJP supports expand. So and this applies to the youth as well, this applies to women as well. So I would not say that women are voting for Aam Aadmi Party in a big way, or they are likely to vote for Aam Aadmi Party in a big way, but I do see that class wise voting is going to be very, very strong. The poor and the lower sections of the voters are going to vote for Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress alliance in a big way, and the upper class and the middle class voters would be tilted in favor of BJP.
Right. Sanjay ji, also how important is the Aam Aadmi Party Congress alliance working on the ground? Which are the constituencies where this factor is going to be the most critical? Because many of the local Congress leaders were not very keen on alliance. In fact, even the national leaders have not been sharing stage that much.
No, if I see how the elections has turned in the last 5 phases, more than the leaders and the parties, I see people contesting elections. So I don't think that the rivalries between Aam Aadmi Party and Congress leader, and we are all aware of that many Congress leaders were not in favor of having an alliance with Aam Aadmi Party. But I think when the voters make up their mind, when they want to vote against the BJP, they would not look at, they would try and shrink these differences. Voters are not sharply divided on these party lines. So I think yes, the animosity or the differences between Aam Aadmi Party leader and Congress will continue, but the voters have made up their mind, and a very large number of voters will shrink their differences and they will vote in favor of Aam Aadmi Party and Congress candidate.
Right. So voters and not leaders really driving this election. Thank you, Sanjay Kumar, for speaking to NDTV. Let me also bring in my colleague Vedant here, who has covered the seats of Delhi. Before that, Delhi has 7 seats, and the bellwether seat for at least 11 times is of course West Delhi, with a significant Purvanchal population. This constituency sees BJP's Kamaljeet Sehrawat pitted against Aam Aadmi Party's Mabal Mishra. Ms. Sehrawat is a female candidate and the former mayor. This represents a strategic move by the BJP to bring in a female politician in the Delhi battle along with Bansuri Swaraj, while Mishra is of course a seasoned politician from Bihar. BJP has consistently won this seat in the last 2 elections, but Aam Aadmi Party MLAs are present in 10 assembly segments that could influence the outcome. There is another high-profile constituency, which is the Northeast Delhi. Manoj Tiwari, the only candidate that the BJP has repeated, is pitted against former JNU Students' Union leader Kanhaiya Kumar on a Congress ticket this time in this constituency. This has a sizable migrant population from Purvanchal, especially from Bihar. Arvind Kejriwal himself led a roadshow here. Kanhaiya, of course, has initiated a crowdsourcing campaign. Election also sees Bansuri Swaraj, who's the daughter of late BJP leader Sushma Swaraj. She'll make her political debut from the New Delhi constituency. She's up against Aam Aadmi Party leader Somnath Bharti. And of course, in East Delhi, cricketer Gautam Gambhir of BJP, of course, represents the constituency, but he has not been given a ticket this time. The presence of many army personnel in New Delhi constituency is also important for the future of Somnath Bharti and of course Bansuri Swaraj. Let me go across to Vedant now. Vedant, you have covered many seats of Delhi. In fact, many of them are saying that this is Desh ka chunav versus Delhi ka chunav. What is the sentiment that you picked up from the ground?
Well, Vasudha, a couple of things. First of all, there are 3 key constituencies where there's a tough fight. One, of course, New Delhi, as you mentioned, also South Delhi and West Delhi. These are the 3 seats where there is some sort of, a tough fight that we see on the ground. Not so much on the other seats, because remember, these are BJP strongholds. And there is very little anti-incumbency, because there's also incumbency vis-a-vis Arvind Kejriwal. So anti-incumbency really isn't a factor when it comes to Delhi. But looking at these 3 seats, now the BJP has unseated all its incumbents. The sense that we get from many voters is that that rung of leadership that represented Delhi, that in a sense has been removed by the BJP, and you have mostly outsiders contesting as far as Delhi is concerned. So that is one sentiment that could perhaps go against the BJP. When it comes to West Delhi, of course, it was Parvesh Verma's stronghold, as we have seen in the past couple of years. And though, of course, he was mired in a lot of controversies, there is still a lot of support as far as Parvesh Verma is concerned that we see on the ground. And this time, of course, as far as South Delhi is concerned, not many people know, but it's actually the Gurjar vote that really matters as far as South Delhi is concerned, which is why both the parties, the BJP as well as the India Bloc, the Aam Aadmi Party, both of them have fielded Gurjar candidates. You have the leader of opposition here in Delhi, Ramveer Biduri, making his Lok Sabha poll debut. So that's going to be interesting as well against Sahiram Pehlwan, who of course is a heavyweight of the BJP. So interesting fights on these 3 seats. New Delhi, of course, as you mentioned, it's Masuri Swaraj's poll debut as well. It's national issues that really matter. Voters are talking about unemployment, inflation. They're also talking about Modi ki guarantee. And the fact is that even though Kejriwal has hit the campaign road, he released his guarantees much later. So Modi guarantees do resonate on the ground is what we see. Of course, whether there is any sympathy factor or not, that remains to be seen. A lot of people also say that agencies are being misused. And remember, the long drawn fight between the Lieutenant Governor and the Aam Aadmi Party adds up to that as well. So a couple of factors at play, but it's a very educated electorate, we must also keep in mind, and an informed electorate. A lot of high profile judges, bureaucrats, all of them are among the 1.4 crore voters in Delhi. So it's going to be an interesting battle for sure here, Vasudha, this time.
Thank you, Vedant, for joining us with all those crucial details. We'll get to see on the 4th of June as to which candidate really was powerful enough to make his mark. Joining us now is also Anika Mehrotra from the Congress Party, and we also have Mr. Amit Tiwari, who is a spokesperson from the BJP. The Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson will be joining us in a bit. Anika ji, tell me, the Congress Party has been on a state of decline. Your leaders are not really willing to share stage with Aam Aadmi Party leaders nationally. There's no alliance that's happened in Punjab, and still you're hopeful that the alliance will sort of work out, and the alliance could actually get some seats in Delhi, where the BJP has a cushion of almost 50% vote share in several seats.
Yes, definitely, ma'am, because it's a lost battle for BJP at this juncture. You see, none of the promises have been kept by Bharatiya Janata Party, or you may call it Chanda Do, Dhanda Lo Party, because electoral bond, or you name the issue. So they're not fighting any which ways on development plans. They're not talking about those issues because they know that already what they had said in 2014, give me 60 months and I will prove it. You gave 60 years to Congress. All those things have somewhere down the line been hardly hidden by the people. They have taken it very, in the stride that this is wrong. What he has said, he has not delivered. And ultimately, the BJP is banking on Modi's, larger than life size image. When you heard him in Delhi yesterday, he kept on saying Modi karega, Modi karega. I mean, there's no BJP. So there's a sense of frustration in the BJP itself. Right. As far as Congress India Gathbandhan is concerned, people have moved, towards it because they know that if you need to save the democracy, if you need to free the ED, CBI under the clutches of this government, if you need to have space to breathe, we need to eradicate this government because, it has put India on the decline. So somewhere, even the rural or the urban people have realized that their choice of Modi consecutively for 2 years has led them to disaster. Right. The unemployment, the price rise. Remember when the cylinders were 500, 600, and then how people hit the street. It's 1100 now. Look at the petrol prices. Look at the way GST has been put across. So the small scale businessmen or the people who are in service, every sector has been hit very badly. Hence,
Mr. Tiwari, I'll take this question to you. Mr. Tiwari, would you agree that this election could be in some ways about bread and butter issues, but Delhi has voted on national lines, clearly making it obvious that it votes for the BJP in Lok Sabha elections and for the Aam Aadmi Party in the assembly elections. But urban centres across India have sort of registered lower polling percentages. It may not be very significant, but at least Bengaluru, Chennai, and of course in Mumbai. How do you see see that impacting Delhi? Do you see that sort of affecting your party's prospects?
No, 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 no. It will not create any effect. And if you'll research, there was recently an article published in Times of India that whenever even the polling percentage came down, the government formed was much stronger. Now, secondly, as you rightly said, that the people of Delhi or across the India, they are very matured and educated today. If you recall, way back in 2014, they gave all 7 seats of the Delhi people gave all 7 seats to Bharatiya Janata Party, and following in the following year 2015, 67 seats were given to AAP. The same trend happened in 2019 as well, when we won all the 7 seats, but in 2020 they got 62 seats. So people today know that what is the election about, what are they going to elect. Secondly, the alliance of Aam Aadmi Party as well as Congress has really benefited us, because that's an unholy alliance of 2 corrupt political parties who have lost their political credibility, and I substantiate that. Please recall way back in 2011 to 13, who said that the Congress is the most corrupt political party? It was Arvind Kejriwal. In 2021, who said that Arvind Kejriwal is a corrupt man? He has committed a liquor scam. It was Congress, their own leaders, and they filed a complaint. In 2024, what happened that they had to, it's a kind of alliance today that they have formed, because they realized that they can't win elections if they contest alone. So it's an alliance which has exposed their character, and people have realized it. People are going to vote on the basis of the developmental works and the various welfare schemes that the Modi government has launched. And my friend was talking about that we are not going to the roots and explaining the people as to what we have done. We have done a lot in Delhi as well. You see AIIMS Ayurveda, you see the Pragati Maidan Tunnel, you see the Yashobhumi, you see Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, you see Delhi-Meerut Expressway, Eastern Peripheral, Western Peripheral. We have done a lot. And in fact, if they can demonstrate, let them demonstrate how many juggies did they convert into pakka houses, built houses, whether Aam Aadmi Party or Congress. We are the only people through.
Okay, let me ask that to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson who has joined us, Siddharth Sharma. Mr. Sharma, you know, Aam Aadmi Party has never won a single Lok Sabha seat in Delhi. What do you think that? Why do you think that's going to change this time? Because your party is also, you know, under lens for allegations of corruption. There are these Swati Maliwal charges that have been also making a lot of news, and moreover, Congress leaders, a lot of local leaders did not want this alliance to take place. That Jugalbandi is also going to be something that will be tested. What makes you think that the Aam Aadmi Party, fighting only on 4 seats this time, will actually end up winning Lok Sabha seats?
Yeah, let me at the very outset give a very cheeky reply to this unholy alliance thing or something like that which the BJP is saying. So is the BJP saying that Mr. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, just because they play for different teams in IPL, they are not supposed to play together for Team India in the coming World Cup? So I think people are intelligent enough. People like me who are also political students have been covering these elections. I've been going around from Karnataka to Kashmir, and what I have seen with my own eyes is that this election has decisively taken a turn. People are today voting for policy and not politics. BJP prides itself on Machiavellian shenanigans like Game of Thrones. It engineers coups, it designs defections, it knifes opponents. In short, for BJP, power is equal to punishment. It punishes its opponents by jailing somebody like the Chief Ministers of Jharkhand, like Mr. Soren, or trying to police harassment of Arvind Kejriwal's octogenarian parents. What Delhi people have understood is that people, on the other hand, see power as a means to serve. People want governments to be service providers. A Delhi woman is safer today because of lacks of CCTV cameras. A Delhi woman feels empowered because of free bus travel. Her kids get world-class free education. Her parents go on Tirth Yatras. Her monthly electricity, water expenses is zero. Every family in Delhi is essentially saving between 15 to 20,000 rupees a month. So while neighboring BJP-ruled NCR has it has 6 hours, 7 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours power cuts. It has Mr. Brijbhushan Saran Singh and Mr. Prajwal Revanna who molest women. It has paper leaks which leads to joblessness. Even today the scene, Vasudha, is that 38% IITians in India are jobless. add massive
Okay,
inflation.
Monica ji, one of that's a very interesting point that Siddharth is making. One of the important things that the Prime Minister said in his Northeast Delhi rally was that the family that ruled Delhi for 4 generations does not even have the capacity to fight on 4 seats. The fact that Congress is actually a junior partner in the alliance, a city that's known for the leadership of Sheila Dikshit and several other Congress leaders, do you see, has the party finally accepted the fact that it is a junior partner?
It isn't like that. You see, in a coalition, you can't say who's big, who's small. At this juncture, it's not your personal vendetta that comes in place. At this juncture, it is to save the democracy. At this juncture is to fight a party which is actually destroying the constitution, a party which is has hampered the media. You name it. You name all the things that the Bharatiya Janata Party has in a way captured. You are not free to speak anything. And the way they're going about, destroying you can say, elected government at times, buying MLAs, distorting it to different level is what is the agenda at this juncture. The point here is to eradicate this kind of mindset from the country. By doing that, only can we have a country which will be moving ahead with the Baba Saheb Ambedkar Constitution.
Yes. Okay. Amit, would you like to respond to that? Because, we're talking about the class divide that even Sanjay Kumar of CSD has explained to us that could be a critical factor in Delhi elections. Do you see the urban poor constituency that is also a beneficiary of Narendra Modi's welfare programs, but also a beneficiary of Arvind Kejriwal's welfare programs? Do you see that particular constituency taking offense to the fact that a CM was jailed and the fact that, there was a narrative that was also built around, his being jailed and also the corruption things that have come out? Or do you think that people would agree with the action of the Modi government against corruption?
No, there is no sympathy for him. People have realized that, yes, he's a corrupt man. There are judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court and High Court saying that, yes, there is a substantial evidence in the case of liquor scam. So there is no class divide as such which they are relying on. Secondly, my friend was really saying that people are getting free electricity, women are getting free bus yatra, older people are getting free yatra. All these were also factors way back in 2018 because it's their own claim that we have been giving electricity free of cost since 2015. So these things have already been told to the people. Despite that, they elected all 7 BJP legislatures in 2019 as well. So there is no class divide. Rather, people are really upset with them because they made 70 promises. They gave 10 guarantees. None of them fulfilled except one, that they are giving some free electricity. So in fact, even the arrest of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, it has exposed really the character of the Aam Aadmi Party and subsequently the alliance with another corrupt party, the Congress, Indian National Congress, has further worsened their situation. That why are they today forming an alliance against the Modi?
Okay.
And they can't have any allegations.
Siddharth Sharma respond to that. Siddharth Sharma, would you agree with the fact that with what Mr. Tiwari is saying, that there's no sympathy and actually people see this as a move against the corrupt?
Vasudha, a small correction. There is no class divide in Delhi because when we had started free electricity, BJP was trying to put certain constitutional roadblocks to it. So last year, if you remember, we asked each and every Delhi subscriber, the electricity consumer, whether they would like to continue with the free electricity or would they like to have their bills and start paying. And out of nearly 39 lakh consumers, 38 lakh consumers said that they would like to continue with this scheme of free electricity. I'm sure Mr. Amit Tiwari of BJP also avails that scheme. So there is absolutely no class divide in Delhi. So essentially, sir, when you are speaking, I was listening. Let us have a decent debate. No problem with that. Now, as far as he was speaking something about corruption, I think the people of Delhi, they are educated. They know that BJP runs with the hare and hunts with the hound at the same time. It is charging Aam Aadmi Party with corruption at the same time. In the same liquor policy case, 60 crore rupees from an accused Mr. Sharath Reddy has landed up in BJP's accounts. So the money trail is already there in the BJP's garage. So whenever this case is going to trial, the first accused would be the BJP, because this is a money laundering case and there is zero money recovery with Aam Aadmi Party, and 60 crore money has been found with BJP. So we know what the judgment is. Essentially, what has happened, Vasudha, is that I think the BJP's focus on politics.
Okay, I'm running short of time. Thank you so much, Mr. Tiwari, Ms. Mehrotra, and Mr. Sharma. I'm really sorry, I'm running short of time. Thank you so much for joining us on this discussion. So clearly an intense battle is in the cards across the national capital. 7 parliamentary constituencies, even as Delhi gets ready, battle ready to vote on the 25th of May in the 6th round of the general elections. That's all we have for you in this show.